Okay, so let's get right into it. The world is absolutely swimming in data, right? And every company out there is looking for someone who can make sense of it all. But what does it really take to go from just being a good analyst to a truly great one? Well, I'll tell you, it's not just about the software you know. Today, we're going to break down the 3 essential pillars that define a top-tier, can't-live-without data analyst.
First things first, let's set the stage with a number that should really make you sit up and pay attention. 36%. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's the projected job growth for data professionals by 2033. To put that in perspective, that's nearly 10 times the average for all other jobs. So yeah, the demand is absolutely on fire.
So that brings up a really important question, doesn't it? I mean, if the demand is that high, why are so many aspiring analysts telling me they're struggling to land a role? It feels like a total paradox, but you know what? There's a very, very clear reason for it. And here it is, the answer, straight from Codio's 2025 Data Talent Survey. It's all about the skills gap. You see, there's this huge mismatch between what companies are desperately looking for and what most candidates are actually bringing to the interview. This is the gap that we are going to learn how to bridge today. Because here's the secret, the thing that a lot of people miss. Being a great analyst isn't about mastering one single piece of software or knowing one programming language inside and out. It's about building a really solid foundation based on 3 core pillars. If you can get these right, you become the exact candidate that everyone is fighting to hire. So let's start with pillar number 1, the foundational toolkit. You can think of these as the hard skills, the absolute non-negotiables. This is basically the price of admission. Without these, you're not even in the game. So what's actually in this toolkit? Well, first up, SQL. It's the universal language for talking to databases. You just got to know it. Then you need a statistical programming language, usually Python or R, to do the heavy lifting, the cleaning, the analyzing. And holding all of that together is a solid grasp of stats and probability. That's what keeps you from chasing ghosts in the data. And finally, data visualization, so you can actually show people what you found in a way they'll understand. And the Codio survey confirms these are the skills employers want the most and, frankly, have the hardest time finding. And you know, that last point on visualization is just so important. It's way more than just making pretty charts. Data, on its own, shows you the what. Like, hey, sales are down. But a really well-crafted visualization, a story, that explains the why. And the why is where the real value is. Okay, so you've got the tools. Awesome. But tools are only as good as the person using them, right? And that brings us to pillar 2, the analyst's mindset. This isn't about what you know, it's about how you think and how you approach the work itself. This slide really just nails the difference. Pillar 1 gave us the hard skills. That's the tools you use. But pillar 2, this is all about the soft skills. It's how you use those tools. And let me tell you, this is what separates a good technician from a great analyst. So what does this mindset really look like in action? Well, it starts with top-notch problem solving and critical thinking. It means you have amazing communication skills so you can tell the story hidden in the numbers. It absolutely 100% requires collaboration. You're not working on an island. And maybe the most important piece of all, it's fueled by a deep, relentless curiosity. That little voice that's always asking, but why? I absolutely love this quote from Forbes because it just gets right to the heart of what real curiosity looks like for an analyst. Your job isn't just to answer the question you were given. No. It's to dig so deep into the data that you uncover the next question, the more powerful question that nobody even knew they were supposed to be asking. That's where the breakthroughs live. So it all boils down to this. It's a simple little phrase, but it is the engine of all great analysis. Be curious. All right, this brings us to our 3rd and final pillar, and honestly, this is the one that ties it all together. This is what makes an analyst truly indispensable, and that is context is king. This is the strategic layer that makes all your tools and your mindset actually matter. And that context, it's got a name, domain expertise. This means you have a deep, real understanding of the industry you're working in, whether it's finance, healthcare, e-commerce, you name it. It's knowing what metrics actually matter, what the big challenges are, how the business really works. Without this, you're just a person crunching numbers in a vacuum. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote explains exactly why this is so critical. Having that domain expertise is what allows you to spot the patterns that are meaningful and generate insights that are relevant. It's the difference between saying these 2 numbers are correlated and explaining this is what that correlation means for our business next quarter. See the difference? It's huge.
Okay, so we've covered our 3 pillars: the toolkit, the mindset, and the context. So now, let's put it all together and see how this actually builds a powerful framework for your entire career.
This table right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. This is your cheat sheet. Your toolkit of hard skills answers the question, what can I do with the data? Your mindset of soft skills answers, how do I approach the problem? And your context, your domain expertise, answers the most important question of all. Why does any of this even matter?
When you get right down to it, this is who a great data analyst is. You are the bridge. You live right at that critical intersection with the deep technical skills meet sharp business intelligence. You're the one who translates between those two worlds to create real, tangible value.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final thought. Look, the specific software we use is going to change. The amount of data we have is only going to get bigger and bigger. But these 3 pillars, your toolkit, your mindset, and your context, they are timeless. They will always be what matters. So the only question left is, what will you build with them?